11th. And yeah, so today I'm going to be talking about our potential major upcoming winter storm. And this winter storm could also bring a severe weather event for areas of the Southern Plains and Dixie. So we're going to be talking about that in today's video. But yeah, so I also have decided that I'm going to be uploading every day. So we're gonna have 7 days a week, sometimes even more, because I'm gonna be doing time lapses probably pretty frequent now. Not time lapses, but pretty much not screen recorded videos, actual recorded videos of stuff for weather. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. That'll probably start sometime in early January. Those types of videos. But yeah, so those will be coming soon. But I guess let's get started with the video. So first of all, we're going to be starting off by looking at 500 millibar height anomalies. So we're going to be looking at what is going to be causing this winter storm first. Well, not really what is going to be causing it, but the piece of energy. And so right now our winter storm energy is actually located off the west coast. And pretty much by tomorrow and into early this week, it's going to be moving into the southwest, potentially bringing some rain actually into the southwest and a decent amount of mountain snow. And it's going to continue moving to the northeast as we go into around Wednesday. Or not into the northeast, but moving northeast. And yeah, so you can see, this is what we have Wednesday morning. And then we go into Thursday. And that is the first part right there. That moves away. Now this could potentially be interesting. Now this is the southern wave right here. And this is going to be these two pieces of energy. That's going to be a pretty big deal for areas of the south. And areas of the south that are different than what we talked about yesterday. The forecast has actually changed a lot. We're going to be talking about that also. And then they weaken as they go further north. So yeah, now let's look at what could actually happen. But first, we're going to talk about severe weather due to the fact that the SPC has issued a 15% risk for day 4 and 5. For day 4, which is Wednesday, December 30th, we have a 15% in southern Louisiana and southern Mississippi. Cities like New Orleans are in that. And then on day 5, we have 15%, a little bit further to the east. New Orleans are still in that. And we have cities like Mobile, Alabama, in that also. So yeah, we do have two 15%, and it's been a long time since we've had two 15% in the day 4 to 8 outlook on the SPC. And yeah, so let's take a look at the jet stream. So let's go out into when we're actually going to have this severe weather. So let's go out to the 30th and the 31st. So the 30th, this is what we have going on in the afternoon. We do have what looks to be almost a negative tilted trough. It is still not completely negative though. But it does go really far to the south, all the way into Mexico. And then it looks a little bit more interesting on Thursday. So this is Thursday. We're going to be looking for severe weather. It's in this area, but we do have a negative tilted trough, and so that could bring a better chance for severe weather into areas of the south, like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and the Florida Panhandle. And yeah, so we could be looking at a decent sized severe weather event. Now, right now, I'm not expecting this to be a complete outbreak, but if we can get enough instability, because right now instability is sort of an issue, but if we can get enough instability, we could see an outbreak because we do have the upper levels there. And yeah, so let's go look at that. So first of all, we're going to look at the surface-based CAPE. Now, this isn't the GFS model, which the GFS does underdo CAPE sometimes, but we don't. And then tomorrow we're going to look at the NAM model, which gets CAPE normally more correct. So let's go into December 30th. Let's go to Wednesday evening. We can see the best energy is in pretty much southeastern Texas, in areas like Houston and into Louisiana. And you can see during the night that moves further east. We could even be we're probably going to be seeing a slight overnight threat in areas like Louisiana, Mississippi, and East Texas. And we go into Thursday afternoon, and we see we have CAPE a little bit lower in areas of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Florida, even in the South Carolina, North Carolina. All right, and so yeah, we can see we have a little bit less CAPE, but it's over a little bit of a greater area across pretty much a good amount of the southeast for day 5. And yeah, so we're going to look at some other things real quick. We're going to look at surface-based lifted index. Now we're going to go more in depth tomorrow and take some soundings when we're closer to this actual severe weather event. Right now we're still 4 to 5 days away. The lifted index on day 4 is actually pretty high across southeastern and eastern Texas. And for this time of year, that's pretty good. And then for day 5, which is Thursday, December 31st, we do have around -3 in some areas and -4 in some areas of Louisiana and Mississippi and Alabama, around -3. So we do have a pretty good amount of lift. And bulk shear, and look at that also. So we're going to go out to day 4. All right, yeah, so day 4 we can see we have pretty good bulk shear. It's kind of misplaced though, but as we go into day 5, it's in a pretty good area. We have bulk shear in some areas of 50 to 60, even 70 and 80 knots. That's very good bulk shear. Also, yeah, it's a severe weather. We're going to talk about that. Go a little bit more in depth tomorrow when we have better models to look at. But for now, we're going to talk about the winter storm potential, because we do have that. And this is actually happening pretty soon. So skip to the okay, there you go. Yeah, so this is Tuesday morning. We can see we have some light snow and moderate snow making its way into the plains. Even some freezing rain and ice down in Kansas. And then Tuesday afternoon, we could have areas of heavy snow in areas of Iowa, southeastern Minnesota, northwestern Illinois, and southwestern Wisconsin. And even some ice for areas like Omaha and to the north of Kansas City. There could be an ice potential. And this kind of weakens. It looks to lose a little bit. It looks to lose its moisture. And the upper levels do weaken also as it moves into Canada and into UP and Michigan, and brings pretty much just light to moderate snow for areas of Canada, northern Michigan. Nothing significant though. But then you can also see this. Now this is our second wave, which is going to be a little bit stronger, but further to the south. And we can see this is Thursday afternoon. We have a ton of heavy rain across the south, and likely a severe weather potential in this area. And we can also see we're going to go back out to then. As we go later, though, to around Thursday evening, we have snow starting to mix in across areas of Texas, Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, and southern Missouri. So this has shifted a lot further west than it was yesterday. Yesterday it was around Tennessee, this area, bringing some snow like areas like Memphis. Today, though, it is a lot further to the west. And we can see, actually, as we go into Friday morning, we have a nice band of snow in areas like Missouri, northwestern Arkansas, and northeastern Oklahoma, and a lot of freezing rain going all the way over to the northeast on the warm front with this. So a very dynamic-looking storm system for New Year's. You can see we have a nice cold front with a severe weather potential across the southeast. This is Friday morning. This is day 6. We could even have, I think we're going to have severe weather on day 6, potentially in that area, in areas like South Carolina, or North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, and Alabama in the morning. And so yeah, this is a very strong low pressure system for northern Arkansas at 993 millibars. Then as we go later into Friday, it strengthens, or actually no, it weakens, sorry. And you can see we have moderate to heavy snow for areas in northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin, eastern Iowa, and northern Missouri. And then it weakens a lot more as it moves into Canada. So this will be affecting pretty much the south and the Midwest with some pretty decent snowfall potentially. Now where this exactly happens is still a little bit uncertain, because yesterday we had it over areas like Memphis, Arkansas, northern Mississippi. Now it's shifted further west a good amount. And we can look at the European real quick. And we can see that's our first wave. The European has had the first wave a little bit further to the south with snow than the GFS. It does have a weaker though also. And then we could also, kind of New Year's, we could also have some snow mixing in the northern side of the stationary front. A little bit of it, nothing significant though. Even some ice potential with that. Also, but yeah. So as we go into Thursday afternoon again, we can see we have a 1,000 millibar low in eastern Texas. So pretty similar area to where the GFS had it. We can see at Thursday at 18Z. Let's see where the GFS had it. Thursday at 18Z, the GFS had it at kind of eastern Louisiana. So the European has it a little bit further west. And we can see we have some snow across central Texas, a lot of ice and freezing rain for areas of Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, and southern Missouri. And then we go into Friday at around 6 to 7 p.m. We can see we have snow in areas right around kind of Fort Worth and going in the areas like Oklahoma City. And then ice and freezing rain in Tulsa and all the way into southern Missouri, even trying to get into St. Louis. And then that moves further north. By Friday morning, it's bringing very heavy freezing rain and sleet into areas in northern Illinois and eastern Iowa, and heavy snow back on the backside of Kansas City. And then that moves north into Canada and dies, and brings some ice potential and some snow to the northeast. So yeah, now let's look at actual totals with this. So this is January 3rd. We can see we have, this is the GFS. So we have our first wave impacting this area, and our second wave kind of impacting this area. And so we can see we have actually in areas of southwestern Wisconsin, we have 14 inches. So that is actually 16 inches. So we can see some areas could get over a foot. And where the areas that get over 1 foot of snow or get around 1 foot of snow, that hasn't actually really changed much. It's still kind of eastern Iowa, southern Wisconsin, maybe extreme southeastern Minnesota, where that potential for over a foot of snow is. And that potential does go all the way over into areas like Nebraska, northern Nebraska, and southeastern South Dakota. It's just a little less likely. And then with the European model, you can see it has our second wave a lot for the west, actually. And you can see this is our second wave right here. It even goes up in here also. And then our first wave is this. Now, it has our first wave a little bit weaker, of course. We can see totals in Nebraska and South Dakota are only 4 and 5 inches. But we have areas in Texas getting around 6 inches. I think that could be overdoing it a little bit this far out, though. And a pretty good strip of areas that are getting over a foot of snow from areas like central Oklahoma all the way up into northern Michigan with over a foot of snow. So that's pretty significant. And now you can see we also have this, which is on the north side of that front I was telling you guys about, there could be some snow mixing in, and some of that snow could accumulate if you get stuck in it for a long enough time, and where ground temperatures are below freezing. And so yeah, so right now, the area that has the best potential to see the heaviest snowfall from this is probably this area is what I'm thinking right now, because it really hasn't changed much since yesterday. We can see the GFS and the European both sort of agree with that eastern Iowa, southwestern Wisconsin area right there. The European and the GFS both agree. And so we're going to have to see what the European and the GFS do if they both shift. Because right now the European has a lot more snow in the south, and pretty much it has it going further south and it has it further to the west, the snow, than the GFS, which is like this. So we're going to have to see what actually happens. But yeah, that'll wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back tomorrow, but yes, bye.